Welcome back to the HoodCast.
The opinions expressed on the HoodCast are those of the guests and the host. They reflect no inference or agreement by Hood Tech Productions or Hood Tech Productions LLC or HoodCast LLC.
The information presented on the HoodCast is not intended to offend any race, creed, religion, sexual orientation, or nation of origin. Please listen at your own discretion.
It is now time. It's time. Get ready. Get ready. Let's do it.
Yo. What it do, everybody? Welcome back to another edition of Hood Tech Presents the HoodCast. www.hoodtechproductions.com. Go catch that Merc, baby. This is HoodCast 347. Yeah, we ran tonight. Yes, sir. So, without further ado, the man, the myth, Mr. Burns.
Hello all, how are you this evening?
Secret alien man.
What's happening, people? How y'all feeling tonight? I'm feeling good. I hope y'all feeling good.
Yeah, I'm feeling
G-Mac,
better.
how you feeling? You feeling good?
Way better, man. I be able to drink and smoke. I'm drinking and smoking again. Man.
Oh yeah, you got that tooth right.
Now just healing from the fuck up that he did. You see what I'm saying?
Well, brother, I'm glad you're feeling better. I hate to see my brother
Me
down
too.
like that. I hate to see my brother. Hey, I'm coming up to the city too pretty soon, bro. Yeah, we ain't cut loose in a while. We're gonna have to get out here and roam these streets.
Oh boy, and I'm in the city now. Shit.
Oh yeah, because I'm a Brooklyn cat. I ain't never spent a lot of time up in Harlem. You gotta show me around.
Yeah, me neither. You know that Al was up here before me. Big up to Al Karam. Yeah, he was up here before me.
That's right. The whole family transitioned to Harlem. That's crazy.
Right. And the crazy part about it is we probably about equal distance. It's crazy. We equal distant as we were in Brooklyn too.
Right.
Like the same distance from my crib to his crib, and pretty much the same distance. Well, it was just a tad bit farther, not that much.
But still, it's just crazy. Like he moved to Harlem, you moved to Harlem. I guess I got to give me a place in Harlem now, so I can have somewhere to crash when I come up.
Hey man,
find me a basement.
Harlem Live, man. Harlem Live.
I know. I used to come when I was a kid. I used to come to Harlem on Sunday nights when 125 was fucking, bananas. Bananas. Back when all the shit they put in rap videos was real life. You know what I'm saying? It was bananas up that end. I was like 19. It was crazy. I used to love that shit though. Back before Times Square turned into fucking Disneyland.
Yeah, that it is, man. Well, if you ain't never been to New York City, say if you come out the train, especially on 42nd.
Right.
Come out 42nd. It could be like midnight. You come out, when you're coming out of tunnels, you'll think it's daylight.
Right.
It's so, but you can't even see the sky. You can't see no stars whatsoever. It could be
New York City is my favorite city, man. It is my favorite city. It ain't like I've been all around the world, but I just can't imagine it being a better place, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I can't imagine. I mean, I'm sure some places that's nicer, quieter, cleaner, but I ain't that type of guy. I like a little dirt on that shit.
The other day,
like
man.
A dirty water hot dog every now and then.
What's that damn movie? Have you ever seen The Princess Bride?
No, I haven't. I know
you never seen the Disney movie The Princess Bride? With that big ass motherfucking monster rat was fighting the dude and shit, biting his arm and shit. That motherfucker was big as him. I saw one of the motherfuckers yesterday. I'm like, Jesus Christ, I didn't know they get that goddamn big. How the fuck he go in the hole? That motherfucker was like.
What was that movie? It was a movie with Steve Martin and Goldie Hawn, and I want to say it wasn't Escape from New York. It was Trapped in Manhattan or Stuck in Manhattan, something like that. But it's Steve Martin and Goldie Hawn, and they stuck in, and it's a wedding and some more shit going on. It's not the. Long story short, I had a chance to be in that movie, like by accident, because they were shooting in Bryant Park. You know Bryant Park, right off 38 or whatever. You know, where they used to do Fashion Week. It was like the most famous park or whatever. And so when I used to work for a company, it's gone now. Anyway, long story short, so I'm walking over to McGraw Hill because it's one of our clients. So I'm walking over to McGraw Hill. You know, it's a great place to go to or whatever. But it's right off of, a couple blocks from Bryant Park. Long story short, I'm walking through there, they're filming the movie, and they got these lines on both sides of the park for extras. because they've cleared the park, so you can't be in the park unless you're an extra in the film. So the minute you enter the park, there's like these, these little PAs. It's like, hey, you got to go around this way, go that way, don't get in front of the camera with shooting. They got they licenses and all that shit, permits.
Mm-hmm.
But if you want to be an extra to be in this, because there ain't people in the park in the scene, you get in this line, right?
Right.
So you get in this line and you wait and you wait and you wait and you wait, and the PA will tell, okay, you go stand right there, look like you eating popcorn. You go, they give you direction of what to do if you get selected. So basically, you just got to stand in this line. So back then, it was like, my day would be slow. I might go see a client, then I got lunch, 2-3 hours. So this happened to be one of those days. It's kind of slow. I'm heading over to McGraw Hill. I'm not supposed to do that till 7 o'clock. Long story short, I got time to stand in this line. So I'm waiting, I'm waiting. And there are like 2 people in front of me. Then there's 1 person in front of me. And I'm standing there. And this is how far back this is. Fucking cell phone service was like voice stream phones. That's how long ago it was. So I'm
flip phone.
Fucking flip up shit. It wasn't even that slide shit. It was like the flip part didn't even serve a purpose. It was just a cover back then. It didn't have a screen on it or nothing. You just flipped it up to expose your keys. Damn. I'm standing in line and they're about to call me. And I've been like, oh, I want to be in this movie. Blah, blah, blah. I'm in New York. Is just trying to get a little credit on some shit.
Right.
They get ready to call me. My fucking phone rings. And I got to make a decision. Do I answer this call or do I get this little fucking extra spot in this film? This could, be some extra shit. But I'm thinking about this money. And I'm like, they ain't paying for these extras. This is I don't know if they're paying or not, to be honest. I don't know
right.
After you do your thing, if you got to go see the people over there and do your paperwork or whatever. I don't know how it works. I'm just in line. Long story short, I didn't get to be in the movie. I didn't get to be an extra. That call came, and when I saw who it was, I was like, fuck. Because it was a VP at McGraw Hill. Big dog. He's calling me directly. I can't not answer the fucking call. So I answer the call while I'm in line. We're talking, and I'm trying to talk this guy through what he's dealing with without me having to come to the office. Granted, I'm 3 blocks away. I can go over there, but I really don't want to. I want to be in this line. Long story short, probably too late. I go to the fucking office, and it's some bullshit. This nigga can't print or some shit. And I'm just like, could have been a Steve Martin movie, bro. Fucking with you. It was funny, you know what I'm saying? I missed my big break. And when I saw the movie and I saw the scene, it was so crazy because I'm like, yo, I was standing behind that dude in line. And I mean, the dude's time on screen was like a millisecond. It's like a camera sweep because they're filming Steve Martin and the other characters. They're not concerned about the extras. Right. You're just there to fill space. But I see the dude that was in front of me in line. I was just like, fuck. I would have been next. I could have been in that movie. I could have got my little screen credit and shit, something. Mm-hmm. But it wasn't a speaking part, obviously. It wasn't a speaking. It was just like, I wasn't even gonna be guy. Just standing there. I wouldn't even be in the credits. I was just gonna be like, my own little personal. Yo, that's me right there in the back there, acting like right. That's me. That was my little Hollywood bug, but I ain't get bit by the bug that much because it was other auditions. Shit, I think you got more TV time than I did when we first moved to New York. When you was on fucking talk shows and shit.
Mm-hmm. Did that count?
You was an audience. You didn't speak though. You was an audience member.
Right, but that don't count though.
Nah, if you ain't speaking, it don't really count.
Oh.
Did you get paid for the audience? Did they pay you like $100 a day for that shit?
No.
They didn't pay you for those? See,
Now there are some that do actually. There are actually some that do. Like those court shows. They pay.
Right, you get paid. Right.
Mm-hmm. Being the audience or whatever.
Yeah, they wasn't paying. I don't think they were paying for this one, but like I said, it was Steve Martin. The crazy part was I'm standing in line. Steve Martin's out there. So they, they getting ready to do the scene and shit, and he's out there. I mean, they get ready to shoot. He's talking in the park or whatever, and I'm like less than 10 yards from Steve Martin. Go tell this nigga a joke. Maybe get me on Saturday Night Live. I don't know. But I was so hyped because I'm just like, I'm like 25, 26 or some shit like that, and it's full blown Hollywood set. I'm talking lights, camera, action, the whole shit. I'm just like blown away. I ain't never been on a movie set before. Suffice to say, over the years living in the city, I used to walk through movie sets like it was nothing. After a while, well, not walk through them, but you know what I'm saying? It was always popping up somewhere because I always shoot something in the city. Mm-hmm. And speaking of shooting movies, though, I did have the privilege of going on the set. It was strictly by accident. I just got off the metro and I was going that way. Of Captain America, Winter Soldier, when they were shooting in DC. Yeah, they were shooting down on Independence Avenue. I think one of the Veterans Memorials or something. And you know when he's jogging around the tidal basin, he's jogging
Right
by the monument.
And
he keeps saying
what's
on
his
the
name?
left.
Come up. Yeah.
Yeah. What's his name? Anthony Mackie.
Yeah.
He's jogging and so where they shot that was not too far from the Holocaust Museum. At the time, they was a client, so I was over there and walked out, and I was just like, "Oh shit, what's going on here?" And of course, you know, nobody tell you shit.
Right.
Fucking Marvel. You don't see shit. You just see trucks and people and whatever. I didn't see Chris Evans. If I saw Chris Evans, I would have known what the fuck was going on. And then I was down further up Independence, and they were shooting some shit by the big Veterans Memorial Wall shit. And they was down there talking, and I was just like, "Oh shit, that looked like the movie shit. Somebody shoot some shit." So of course, when Captain America: Winter Soldier came out, I was like, "God damn!" I've been fortunate enough to be close to movies, but never not actually in the movies. I'm gonna make that change. I'm gonna get me a variety and fucking start hunting down, find me an agent. Y'all gonna see my black ass.
I know that's
someone
real.
Smoking a cigar in the back scenes doing something shit. I gotta get a line. I gotta go on like be like the game and go on one of them fucking dating shows or some shit so I can get my SAG card for being on the game shows.
Hey, you know
that's
what?
The hustle.
Right. I think that I'm gonna do that shit. That I think y'all world you're gonna see G-Man and a lot more stuff. Maybe I need to get up because I'm telling you, my homegirl when she come up here to see me, it's all she want to do, go on these damn talk shows and shit.
Right.
Some of them is cool, but then some of you be like, I feel so uncomfortable because you know, this is not for, as I say, heterosexual men such as myself.
Right.
So I'm like out of my element, and
what you saw on the talk shows is a lot of gay dudes.
Yes.
Well, you better put that pink T-shirt on, go on down there and get that check.
I don't know.
Take Al with you. Go down there and get that check, bro.
Would you put on a pink T-shirt?
Hell yeah.
A hug a muffin, medium.
I'm gonna put that bitch on. It's gonna be tight like this. It's gonna be
right.
Like,
medium. Titties all that shit.
Medium. You can see my nipples through that hole.
I know, right? Fuck that.
Hell yeah, I'm putting that bitch on. Where the fuck is Jen at? She's running late tonight.
Well, she
and I both got shit to get off our chest.
Yeah,
I really wanted to save it to the second segment, but I tell you one thing. Before we even go any further, there is a problem that I do have, and it's becoming like a pain in my ass. Fucking HOA associations. I don't know who came up with this scam, this scheme, this neighborhood fucking watchdog to harass the fuck out of people. But my HOA has become like a biggest pain in the ass in the world, and it's so crazy. Like these motherfuckers be sending me letters about the most mundane bullshit, but meanwhile, the shit I want them to address, they ain't dealing with it. So, you know, I got the address on a letter they sent me, and I Googled it, and it went to this motherfucker's house. So the business he's running, he's got an HOA. He's an HOA management company. So it's his business, but he's got his business registered at his fucking house, which I mean, that's not smart. So you sending me these fuck yeah, bro. Trust me. If you got a business where you dealing with the public, your address should not be your crib.
Oh.
Cause somebody gonna show up at your front door. And to my HOA, if you see this or send your friends see it or watch it, you send me one more fucking letter about my goddamn fence, and I'm gonna knock on your front door. And I'm gonna give you a fucking violation letter, and it's not gonna be.
He's gonna let dog shit on your front porch.
Yo, man, I'm gonna put up how the kids used to do: a bag of dog shit, set it on fire, so when you come out and stump that bitch out to get shit all over your shoe. Allegedly, that's what I heard. That's what I heard. The kids
I heard them do that shit. I heard
the kids used to do that. I'm just saying, I don't know if that's true.
Yeah, that's some fucked up ass shit though, for real.
Yo, imagine you come out there and there's a bag on fire in your front step, you start stomping it, and dog shit squirting everywhere.
Hot ass dog shit at that.
Yeah. So that means I got to go through the effort of collecting dog shit to put in the bag.
Damn.
I don't think I'm not that serious.
Right.
But I do want to punch this motherfucker in the mouth.
Oh.
It's my American right to express how I feel. Not
that it is, sir.
I'm just saying that if I get one more fucking letter about some bullshit, it's gonna be a punch in the mouth. I mean, these people are like they got no power in the real world, so they try to flex it on some bullshit.
Right.
Motherfucker really sent me a letter about a fence my fence around my house telling me it's a violation. I'm like, bro, you just took over the HOA. This fence has been in 3 years. This fence been here longer than you. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? And it meets all the requirements from the HOA. It matches everything. I'm like, come on, bro. I got a nice crib. Stop fucking with me.
You go on this rose bush and piss on them motherfuckers and kill them.
Bro, I'm serious. I'm not one of them dudes that do no crazy shit. Because I don't want nobody doing no crazy shit to me. I'm not trying to be like, you've seen that show Beef on Netflix?
Nah, I be seeing a lot. I be seeing the promotions of it.
Yo, that shit's crazy. Like this one beef between a road rage incident between two people spirals into 6, 7, 8 episodes of fucking madness that just goes down a rabbit hole of shit. And I'm not trying to do all of that, but I will not tolerate being bugged in my own house. Keep in mind, I pay the mortgage shit, nigga. This is my house. Leave me the fuck alone.
No, that's real shit.
Fucking anyway. But tonight we're gonna talk about the death of the bitch that got Emmett Till killed. And he said, do it with your own shit. I don't know. Yo, I can't even do one of them home fucking cancer tests where you got to sit in the specimen, let alone put my own shit in the bag. I just can't.
Yo, hey, I know you're gonna say something, but it just dawned to memory way back in the day when I went to Little Rock Zoo, and I'll never forget this shit. It was this dude fucking with these monkeys. World, don't fuck with monkeys in an open cage because they will throw their shit at you.
Yo, that's
this
cool.
That nigga got plastered. No, I'm talking about this. I know this cool high, but I saw this shit for real. They do that shit. You
they
fucking
would throw that shit at you.
They would throw that shit at you. I'm talking about
the Facebook user. You're right though. Make my own shit. I don't know. That's a step. But I guess we got the little dog garbage cans where people dump their dog poop when they pick it up after walking. We got them shits in the neighborhood. Maybe I just go by and gather up a cup. I just can't stick my hand in there. That's fucking
right.
I don't even like cleaning out my garbage disposal, let alone sticking my hand in a fucking vat full of shit. But it's gonna have to be some repercussions and consequences because this. And I'm starting to think that I don't know. It's starting to feel like harassment because I'm gonna ask my neighbor if she got one of the same notices because she got her fence. 6 months after me, long before this HOA. Because if she didn't get a notice and I got one, then I'm starting to take it personal.
Yeah,
I'm really gonna start taking.
We're gonna start choosing violence.
Oh yeah.
What's up, Doc?
I'm quick to make that switch.
Doctor.
Oh, what's up, Dr. G Mac? Who's that? Another Facebook user. We gotta start getting their names in here.
I know.
Shout out to Facebook user 1 and 2.
What I'm thinking, that's my relative, Big Mike Worship. What's up, bro? You know,
thanks for joining us, Mike.
That's my
Mike's the finance guy. We got to get this motherfucker in here. Shows how to flip this money around. I thought Mike was into the investment shit though.
Are you Rillo?
I thought he was a stock market cat.
No.
What up? That's Big Mike. Yeah, what's up, Mike?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Mike's an artist too.
Yeah, he's been an artist.
Is this P's brother?
No.
Okay.
That's the one with the Eula.
Oh, I thought this was Preston's brother.
No, we just all all grew up together like brothers.
That's what's
but
up.
You might have thought so.
But Big Mike, big tall dude, big brother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doctor.
What's going on, Mike? Good to see you, bro. Thanks for coming through. Well, not see you, but thanks for joining us, man. Glad to have you on here. Y'all fuck with Big Mike. I don't know how to fucking link. Mike, send us a link to your Facebook. Put it in there so people can follow you from the show.
Right.
All our supporters should get some love too. Mike, throw your Facebook link in there so we can see it.
Right.
It is a money. All right, cool. So I need to find Michael Vick. Anyway, we have officially fucked off 20 minutes of your time. So let's play some music and videos, whatever G-Mac got in store for us. Hopefully we'll come back when Jen will be here. And
I don't think she's coming tonight.
She might. She got a medical emergency.
Yeah, I don't think she's coming tonight.
Going on. All right, well, Jen, we're gonna miss you again.
As usual. Yeah.
You know you missed 3 shows, you get fired.
We'll be right back, y'all, right after this.
HoodTech presents the HoodCast.
Say hood. Granny Slinko making beats again.
Hey yo, Q. Hey yo, Q. Hey yo. Give him something to vibe to.
No need to ask for handouts from them folks that help they hand out. Let's be clear. That's that shit that I can't stand now. And your feelings, I understand that. But fuck them, man, where your plan at? Look me in my eyes, then where your head at? Ain't no motion for where your legs at. Yo, gal, don't listen, cause you ain't Larry yet. Fucking a man, yeah, cause boy, you been surviving, but ain't started to live yet. Then gave up on your dreams and got you living with regrets. Expecting shit from others is a dead situation. Man, stop being complacent, cause everybody want a handout. They do. But when it's time to hand out, nobody's giving handouts now. I guess I gotta do it on my own. I guess I gotta fix shit on my own. I'll do it on my own. Alone. I guess I gotta fix shit on my own. Alone. Now listen, I'm not passing no judgment, but I can speak on the subject. Bet you won't get far asking your people for nothing. When most of them struggling, either working or hustling. But when they see you coming, yeah, you asking for something. See, it's a method to this life shit. If you don't earn it, you won't respect it. You value or neglect it. What you mean, young nigga? Stop saying that you stressing. Cause if you breathing, it's a blessing. Now what don't kill you, make you stronger. Like being broke shit make you hustle. Now they ain't gon' give you what you ask for, but you can't lose when you grind or when you hustle. Everybody want a handout. Damn right. But when it's time to hand out, nobody's giving handouts now. I guess I gotta do it on my own. I guess I gotta fix shit on my own. I'll do it on my own. Alone. I guess I gotta fix shit on my own. Alone. Just need myself and I.
HoodTech presents the HoodCast.
Blame it on the high, don't blame it on me. All I want is love, but love don't want me. Boys want fun, but they don't want me. Know you're right here, but I'm still lonely. Blame it on the high, don't blame it on me. All I want is love, but love don't want me. Boys want fun, but they don't want me. Know you're right here, but I'm still lonely. So bad, but I sunk even more. Hard on my sleeve, trailing blood on the floor. 10 years later, and I'm still so sore. Cause I sold my soul to the boy next door. Cross my heart, and I'm on my knees. All wildlife tries to gaslight me. Caught me a buzz, forgot who I was. I am who I am, and that's just not enough. Blame it on the high, don't blame it on me. All I want is love, but love don't want me. Boys want fun, but they don't want me. Know you're right here, but I'm still lonely. Blame it on the high, don't blame it on me. All I want is love, but love don't want me. Boys want fun, but they don't want me. Know you're right here, but I'm still lonely. Might drink for two in a party or one. Let go my trade, I'm a master of none. 12 years later, and it's come undone. Let go my address and flew to the sun. Think I met a new boy on the surface. Not a stand-in, but a purpose. He gives me a rush. I hope that it's us. I am who I am, and I'm just not enough. Blame it on the high, don't blame it on me. All I want is love, but love don't want me. Boys want fun, but they don't want me. Know you're right here, but I'm still lonely. Blame it on the high, don't blame it on me. All I want is love, but love don't want me. Boys want fun, but they don't want me. Know you're right here, but I'm still lonely.
still lonely. Yo, we have returned. Second segment of Hood Tech presents the HoodCast number 347. We back in this thing. G Mac with it, Biggs, baby. The original HoodCast L Boys. Hold on, just a minute, Biggs. Oh yeah, you forgot.
There we go. I got it. I got it. I click a button.
Yeah.
Click a button. I ain't got much control over here as much as you do, but I can mute myself.
Right.
Nothing can keep me quiet as long as I got a mouse. Nothing can keep me quiet. Hey man, speaking of keeping quiet, so the woman, I'm not even gonna say her name, but because I can't remember it. But the woman who was the reason why Emmett Till was fucking kidnapped and murdered died from cancer at 88 years old. People like, good for her. I'm like, no, this bitch lived to be 88 after she caused the death of a teenager for no reason but a lie. Now, the crazy part is I think her man and another relative, whatever, they got arrested for it, but they were acquitted. And then later on, they actually confessed that they did it.
Wow.
I don't even think during the time of the trial they ever said they didn't do it. They just claimed that it was right to do because he was disrespectful to a white woman, which was not true either. And let's be honest, murder is not justifiable because a motherfucker looked at your girl. Long story short, this woman died from cancer, and I hope she suffered like a motherfucker.
Oh boy.
And the so crazy thing is, like, she later on admitted that it was all bullshit. And I was back, and this was probably 5, 6, 7 years ago that she admitted that it was bullshit. I'm like, they should have locked that bitch ass up then.
See, probably that's when they first started hitting her ass.
Yeah, right. This
The
bitch decided
mortality.
I'm about to die, so let me go and confess. Like, I'm gonna make the world better with this confession. But you didn't tell the truth when it counted.
Right.
You know, but they said God works in mysterious ways, and according to the history books, which we know that can be whatever. The death of Emmett Till is what was the catalyst for the civil rights movement. The world saw how, because I don't know if you've seen the movie Till about his mother and how she chose to have an open casket, even though his face was disfigured, his body was destroyed. She chose to have an open casket. They was like, ma'am, you can't, he's not presentable. She's like, no, he is presentable. I want the world to see what they did to my baby.
Right.
And so he had an open casket so people could see the destruction that they did upon this young man for some foolishness. And you got to catch that movie Till, though. I might catch someone.
It's called Till.
Yeah. Let me make sure I'm getting that right. Yeah. It's called Till, but it's focused around his mother after his death. And it's just like unbelievable in this country. Yeah, it came out in 2022. It's unbelievable that in this day and age that you still got people, politicians, running around here like propping up some of the most egregious and most fucking, hate-filled policies. Florida is like another fucking country at this point. And I don't understand how anybody could even consider voting for Ron Santos, whatever the fuck his name is. I'm getting Santos and whatever the fuck the other guy mixed up. But the governor of Florida, the legislation is actually trying to change the rules down there so this motherfucker can run for president without having to give up his job as governor.
How can you do that?
You supposed to, when you run in for president, like you're supposed to step down from one and run for other, whatever the fuck. So
right
now they're trying to change the rules, allow this motherfucker to run while still being governor, just in case he don't fucking win and keep his job. But
didn't what's his name? Huckabee? No, he didn't. Yeah,
Huckabee was out when he ran.
Right.
He was out.
Yeah. I'm trying to see.
And I gotta tell you, there's nobody on the Republican ticket that I really give a fuck about.
Nobody.
But being
whatsoever.
from Arkansas, if I could vote in the Republican primaries, I'd vote for Asa Hutchinson. He's our former governor, and to be
He running
honest,
for president?
Yeah, Asa's running. And the crazy part is, I'm not promoting him. I'm definitely not endorsing nobody, because none of them people give a fuck about us.
Not one of them.
And when I say us, I mean under $1 million donors. I don't mean black. I just mean us. You mean you might. Yeah, well, the truth of the matter is, no matter what color the politician is, they don't give a fuck about people. They don't care about people. They care
They care about their people.
They care about the people that put money in the plane and fly them all over the country when they fucking campaigning. I learned it the hard way in the Arkansas senator's office. I've told the story before, so I'm not going to it. But if I'm a Republican primary voter, I'd vote for Asa Hutchinson. Mainly because, one, he don't have a shitload of scandal. This motherfucker's not under indictment. He don't have multiple lawsuits, and he don't have rape charges.
Right.
So if you want a candidate that can stand on a podium and debate with Biden, you might want to pick the guy who's not currently under indictment. And
that would make sense, wouldn't it?
Republican listeners.
That would make sense.
It would make sense. Because, I mean, the other guy from Florida, he's like Donald Trump light. You know, he's just as extreme, just as fucking crazy, and just as fucking delusional. I mean, this motherfucker told you that African American history had no educational value, so they weren't going to have those AP courses anymore.
And I bet you still black people that's going to vote for him.
Please, God, we gotta do better. But I mean, even white people that vote for the Republicans, they vote against their own best interests. If you are not a multimillionaire and a business owner, these people don't give two shits about you. And honestly, if you ain't donating to them, they don't give a shit about you. Like what Dave Chappelle said, all these white folks in line voting for Trump, and he was like, "You dumb motherfucker. He don't care about you. He care about rich people. Either rich, famous, or both."
Right.
I mean, think about it. These folks only show up in your neighborhood at election season. They're not down there for the barbecues and the fish fries and church Sunday. They're not down there for that shit.
Not
you
at
voting
all.
for folks that you never see except for every 4 years when it's campaign season. Or if it's a hurricane or a tornado or something, they'll walk the grounds. Did anybody from the administration even go to Little Rock after that fucking horrible tornado? Yeah,
Biden went, I think. I think Biden went.
Did he?
Yeah.
I know Huckabee's fucking slope face ass was walking around there looking stupid.
She had to. Shit. Well, no, hey, it didn't hit the governor's mansion this time. It hit the hood this time. It didn't destroy the hood this time. It destroyed the well off. Because she's in the governor's mansion.
But that's why she went out there, because that's where the money at. She went to walk around to show her concern. But
right.
I'm telling you, boy, if that shit had to hit Southside, that bitch would have sent a video message. You wouldn't have
I mean, the last time
shit.
it hit the South Side right there, of course, that was right next to the governor's mansion. The governor's mansion is in the hood in Little Rock, Arkansas world. It's in the motherfucking hood.
If you don't know, the governor's mansion in Little Rock, Arkansas is in the hood.
Smack in the middle of the hood.
Smack in the middle of the
What's
hood.
on each side? One
They
side is
ignore
one
it.
set. Yeah.
Right. It's like they literally got
But I'm gonna tell you right
both sides
now,
of the government mansion.
any nigga in Little Rock, I don't give a fuck what set you from. You ain't finna cross that yard.
No. You're not.
That yard, I've never heard of a nigga that's like, yo, man, I'm finna cut through this motherfucker. Man, why I gonna go all the way down, goddamn me Main Street, just to turn no Broward. Nah, fuck all that shit. I'm finna cut through. No, you not, nigga.
No, you're not.
No,
you're not.
Not at
Our
all.
home state is so fucking crazy, bro. I don't know. I can't say enough, but I can't say too much because I still own property there. But at the same time, you
can say what the fuck you want to say. You own property there.
Yeah, I can say what the fuck I want to say, but I'm actually anyway. So, with that being said, back to Emmett Till and the lies that created his death and supposedly sparked the civil rights movement. This woman is dead. That's one less devil on the planet. And I call her devil not because she's white, but because she participated in and contributed to the death of a young man for no fucking reason, only to support fucking white supremacy and basically an evil agenda. Let's be honest.
Right.
Let's be honest. And it became a historic moment. And yes, maybe it did spark the civil rights movement. But I think we had enough shit that would have started that movement without that young man having to die. We don't know what the potential of his life could have been.
Exactly.
Rest in peace to Emmett Till. Rest in peace to his mom, Miss Till. But fuck that lady. I'm sorry. I hope you burn in hell and gasoline draws. Because imagine that, in hell and gasoline. And I'm talking about not the kind that burn off. The kind that's like, it's hell. So these draws is perpetual. Every time they burn up, they come back.
Stick and put this shit out.
Every time your draws go out, Satan shows up with another match.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, draws out. Let me help you out.
It's like those trick candles when you blow them motherfuckers out.
Right, like right back up.
Oh, the fire! God damn it, it's hot. Yeah. Man.
Yes, lady, your cooch is gonna burn tonight. Now, I've been watching and I've been trying to stay aware what's been going on in the news. The news has become the news with all these motherfuckers, folks getting fired. Okay, what the fuck is this? With folks getting fired. So I keep seeing folks talking about Tucker Carlson, but nobody's talking about Don Lemon. I think Joy Reid might have spoke on it. And it was in defense of him because, of course, they're trying to say he got fired because he reared up on Vivek Ramaswamy, whatever the fuck that guy's name is. Like, I know he won't win as president because we can't say your name. But they tried to, they, meaning media and others, were going to say, Don got fired because he spoke up against this guy trying to whitewash history and blah, 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 blah. No. It's not why Don got fired. No. Don got fired because he was an asshole.
Pretty much. And
they was sick of his ass. And CNN was like, we got to lean a little further to the right. And Don, you don't seem to cooperate with us. You notice after Obama's, when he got into his second term, after he won his second term, CNN went through cleaning house. They got rid of all of them. CNN was like, we got a black president. We got to hire a bunch of black people.
Mm-hmm.
So they hired a bunch of black people. He's in his second term. Niggas go. They start firing him. TJ Holmes, Roland Martin, cutting them off. But they kept Don because they wanted to have their they got a 2-for-1 deal. You got a black, male, and gay. That's a 3-for-1 right there. It was like, we don't need to keep rolling. We need to keep TJ. Now TJ went off and did his own fucking thing that was a fuck ton of a mess. You gotta ask yourself though, if he was fucking that many people on network, how many people was he fucking in CNN? it's probably people. There's probably women working at CNN like, that dude fucked everybody. He fucked everybody. But I will give him this much credit though. At least it wasn't sexual harassment like Matt Lauer.
Right.
You didn't hear about TJ Holmes locking motherfuckers in his office, hitting the magic switch and harassing motherfuckers and doing shit like that.
They was doing that shit?
That's how Matt Lauer got busted, bro. Matt was a monster in there.
Damn.
He was a monster in there. But you notice how Matt faded to the background. He got fired. I don't know if he ever went to court, if there's some lawsuits. I don't know if anything that ever happened. Matter of fact, last time we saw Matt Lauer, he was like at a Knicks game or some shit, sitting quietly by himself. He probably somewhere living his best life. It wasn't like he left broke.
I know that's
real. Don, my boy Don.
I don't think he left broke neither.
No, he didn't leave broke. But we knew he was getting fired when they changed the name of the show to the Don Lemon joint from the Tonight News show, whatever the fuck, to the Don Lemon show. And then shortly after that, they moved his ass. He didn't keep that show around, 2 years? He didn't keep 2 years. Then they moved his ass to the morning show, which totally don't work for him. His personality doesn't work.
I thought the morning show is like the prime.
On other networks it is. But CNN ain't never had no successful morning show shit. Nobody wakes up in the morning and turns on CNN. Not for talk. That's always been NBC's thing.
Talk. Okay.
Yeah, I'm saying that's always been NBC's thing, and NBC's like, in my opinion, they've got the best longest running, well, I don't know longest, but the best running morning show going. MSNBC, they try with, Coffee Joe, whatever the fuck his name is. Cup of Joe in the morning, Scarborough, whatever the fuck his name. Former Republican, current Rhino, whatever the hell he wants to take on. He kills me how he likes to fuss about Republicans doing, but that's his old party.
Right.
But let's be honest. Only reason motherfuckers all mad at Trump is because he exposed them for what they really were. The Democrats are like, thank God we didn't have Trump in here. He fuck around and tell all our shit too. Bring out all the fucking old white racists that were Democrats before they became Republican. Now, so with that being said, Don, you didn't get fired because you said some shit against some dude that was trying to peddle some gaslight on your show. You got fired because apparently you were an asshole. And I can see that. We seen drunk Don Lemon on New Year's Eve. He got some real asshole potential.
Oh yeah.
He got some real asshole potential. But he was extra aggressive towards women. Not men, but women.
But we all know why that was.
Well, you may have to throw up the disclaimer, because I'm gonna say it. I mean, hey man, and straight women don't get along.
Right.
In some circles, they don't really mix too well.
Right.
Uh-huh.
See, I was looking for a word. Let me go and put it up now. Okay, there you go. Got a lot of shit right there, but.
I mean, if we need proof, we can get a guest on the show to verify that. We know who we'll call, but they will verify. So
he knows.
He knows. He knows. But the fact is, like I said, Don was aggressive towards women. And I don't know why people ain't figured it out by now. Look around. The world is changing. Fucking AI. AI is about to, who's it? Dropbox? They announced they're about to let go.
That's when they go Dropbox?
No, Dropbox is about to let go about 600 employees. Some shit like that. But it's like a, they said 65% of their workforce, some shit like that.
Damn.
Nah,
that's
I could be grossly exaggerating that shit. Don't just this. You might have throw the disclaimer up again. We don't actually know what the fuck we're talking about. We just listen to the news. I mean, same way the news you watch. They fucking get their news off Twitter, for God's sake. I knew news was down the toilet when I started hearing motherfuckers talking about Twitter on the news, and they were reporting what people were tweeting. I was like, y'all fucked.
Right.
The days of Dan Rather and Walter Cronkite are over. No research. Everybody's source is a source, undisclosed source, an anonymous source that is not authorized to speak told us this. So you're just reporting shit that the garbage man told you. The maintenance guy's telling you shit now. This is what you report. So I'm kind of rambling on here. But I want to say this. If y'all haven't figured it out by now that the world is changing and that the culture, female empowerment is going up here. If the Me Too movement didn't show you that, if the further acceptance of trans and trans lifestyle didn't show you that, that talking shit to women at work, dead that shit. Dead it. Dead it. That dating coworker shit, dead it. Women have always had the power in this society. They couldn't vote and they couldn't do this shit.
Power of the pussy, baby.
But the one thing that women have always had on their side is they can make a claim and it's getting investigated. And in our society, it ain't got to be true. And I'm not saying that women's claims aren't true before y'all start sending a bunch of fucking emails.
But shit, a lot of them not though.
Well, people lie, men and women.
Yeah.
You can go to court. You can go sit in court one day and hear lies all day. Everybody lies because the problem with perception is, like they said, it's your side, my side, and somewhere in the middle there's the truth. But if you haven't noticed, look at the female heroes or superheroes. I mean, look at shit like movies. If you've seen Endgame, who saved the day in Endgame? Women. A woman. It was women. The women showed up, saved the day. One woman showed up. Captain Marvel saved the day. They was fucked. All the men out there with all of the equipment and superpowers and all that shit, they could not fuck with Thanos. It took Captain Marvel to save the fucking world. It wasn't Tony. It wasn't Captain America. It wasn't the Hulk. Hell, the Hulk was fucking afraid. He wouldn't even come out. This nigga had to put on fucking one of Tony's suits to be out there and fight. But it was women. Women that showed up. When them fucking circles started swirling, you know what I'm saying? The motherfuckers started coming back from the blip. It was women that came through them fucking portals first. Then these niggas showed up backwards like, let it go. You know what I'm saying? But it was Captain Marvel saved him. You look at all the TV shows now. Remember how it used to be like a big deal in a movie that the president was a black guy? Fucking Morgan Freeman's playing the president. The dude with the deep voice from the Allstate commercial played the president. That was like fantasy. Then it wasn't fantasy no more.
Right.
Now, if you watch the shows that you see in the president,
all them female presidents.
President's a woman.
So do you
when
think
Hollywood
that
starts doing shit like that, they are preparing you.
Right.
Someone once told
just
me
like the
that.
Simpsons do.
Like the Simpsons and Boondocks. These motherfuckers predict the future. But I know somebody told me one time, they was like, when you see fantasy in Hollywood, it's not too far-fetched. Matter of fact, they're giving you a glimpse into the future. I mean, look at Star Trek. Them fucking communicators and the fucking cell phones back then.
That's something to make you go,
Yeah. But you think about it. President's a woman. I was watching Night Agent. You watch Night Agent?
Yeah, that's my shit.
Yeah, president, woman.
Bro.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying, man.
President, chief of staff, the
woman. Women running shit. Hell, the bad guy. Woman. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna ruin it for you. I don't know how far you are into the series. I've seen it all.
I just saw the whole thing.
Oh, well, there you go. Spoiler alert: the bad guy's a woman.
Right.
The woman that's not the one that's running shit, but the one that they think they can trust is a woman, and it turns out to be somebody they shouldn't trust. Not saying you can't trust women. I'm just saying on this show. I hate to have to qualify everything I'm saying because people will take shit and run with it.
Well, at least Jen ain't on here. She always be the one. She always.
Jen would have gave me hell right now.
Right.
She would have gave me some hell right now. But I mean, the thing is, Hollywood is prepping you for women leadership. Hell, America's one of the last few countries that hadn't had a woman in charge.
I know.
I think we're a little overdue. Yeah, other countries have had female presidents.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying we're the only one. I mean, hell, fucking Putin and them been running Russia forever. But there's other countries that have had female presidents, female prime ministers, female leadership. America's been slow about getting there.
Right.
You know, we got one in the White House as a vice president. Not too far fetched. Joe's running again. I thought that I ain't gonna lie, I kept thinking like, okay, so we're gonna get to 2024. And Joe's gonna be like, yeah, I'm not feeling well. Kamala, go ahead and handle this. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, step off.
Hey, who's to say that if he does get the second term, that it don't happen? I wonder, like,
could he resign 2 years into his second term? Let her be president for the last 2 years so she can get the, everybody can get used to it. Then she runs again.
Right.
Now,
I
here's
wonder if she
something
can
else.
get 2 whole terms, though. You see what I'm saying?
What do you mean?
Like, say, for instance, he win the second election. And, like, within to the second year, something happened to him and she got to become president. At the end of his term. You see what I'm saying? So that means if she run again, I wonder if she allowed to run twice. That would be considered
her second term?
Okay.
So if she came in like halfway through his second term and became president for 2 years.
Right.
And then she could run again.
Right.
She wouldn't be at her limit. But after that, could she run again? That's a good question. I don't know.
Right.
Political science major, and I don't know. That is interesting. We got to ponder that during the next break. Man, you ready to play some music?
Yes, sir.
Let's play some music. When we come back, I'm gonna ramble on about some other shit.
Right. And we're gonna talk about your boy Prize again.
Yeah, no, we saving that. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
Yeah, we gotta say the good shit for last.
Right. The real good shit. The smoochie shit. The smoochie shit. Yeah, we'll be right back right after this. Stay tuned.
HoodTech presents the HoodCast.
Yeah. Let's go. Yeah. I mean, it's crazy when you think you know somebody till you find out you don't.
I used to look up to you. You was a star.
Damn, what happened, love? You know what I mean?
I don't know
it's crazy.
Who you are. You used to be us, then you just see us.
Yeah, you was the real one, top biller. Now your words all fluff, straight filler. You know what I'm saying?
The only one
on this joint, man.
was up to
Wow, what happened? Yeah.
Now I don't know who you are. You used to be us, now you just deceive us.
Boy, I tell ya, I used to feel ya. Now you're looking so look. Dude around my way, he would jive like an old crook. Had the youngest shook. He had no mother and no father. They was caught up in the drug game. Dreams he wouldn't father. Yeah, y'all know the rules. So we didn't even think he would make it out of high school. Got him by the jump outs, but beat the case. Now I'm dropping knowledge all up in his face. How our people are regal and where we come from. We got 3 eyes, the third's the most important one. By the sound, he was motivated. By the brown, he was melanated. By the rhyme, he was elevated. Now we got PhD degrees, and people loving him. They do whatever he please. Little kids tap him, full of hope you can't imagine. But now we too good. He just walked right past him and laughed.
I used to look up to you. You
it's crazy.
Damn,
what happened? Yeah.
I don't know who you are. You used to be us,
You know what I'm saying?
just deceive us.
Man, you was the real one, top biller. Now your words all fluff and straight filler.
You was the only one who was up to par. Now I don't know who you are.
That's crazy.
You used to be us, now you
You know what I'm saying? Boy, man, I tell you, I used to feel ya. Now you're looking so unnamed.
I've been around you, been around you so long. This color ain't no.
Sing to him.
Come through with the dude that I once knew.
Yep.
Where are you? Where are you? I don't understand who this is. Who are you? And I just say, I just wanna save you.
Let's go.
We're not on the same wavelength.
Not on the same wavelength.
I feel unsettled with you.
You know what I'm saying? We ain't vibrating no more, my dude. Crazy. You know what I'm saying? But it's all good, man. I'm just trying to figure out, dog.
Who made
We gotta be what we was made to be. TK Kirkland, who raised you G's. We stay prepping to make these teams. The jerseys burning soon as you hit the league. Them boys, the men wouldn't even tamper with being down on bended knees like Kaepernick. Either they talk the yay talk or they talk like yay talk. No matter hat, but traded in your crown for they songs. Ain't no rules till it's untamed, y'all. I was saying, Paul Jordan and spark the game off. Used to be the people, now corporates the A&R. Like Marley, this another redemption song. You mean to tell me as big as this universe is, that's all you gon' say in your verse is? Was from the heart, now it's for a purchase. And the fans still want the strike on the first pitch. Worst is
used to look up to you.
You know,
You was a star.
it's crazy, man.
What happened, lover?
Now I don't know who you are. You used to be us.
One day I look up,
Just deceive us.
he looking at a stranger, you realest, top biller. Now it just ain't there, straight fella.
You was the
What happened, man?
was up to par.
What happened, y'all?
Now I don't know who you are. You used to be us. Now you just deceive us.
Man, I tell you, I used to feel you. Now you're looking so unfamiliar.
So unfamiliar.
Yeah, it's like, you know,
I don't know who you are anymore.
who are you, you know?
I don't know who you are anymore.
Come back to the essence, though, whenever you're ready, you know?
HoodTech presents the HoodCast.
They tried me too many times. I think they need to face it. Got that unshakable shine. Drama don't even faze me. Life's too short to give up my moments to something that'll bring me down. Can't bring me down. Why I got to call shots now? Somebody better come and turn the music loud. Try to kill my vibe, but sorry I ain't too live. That shit don't affect me. No. Come give it a try. can they say I'm wrong? My shades is on, don't faze me none. Yeah, live it up till my days is done. Cause ain't it fun to stay on one? Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of moving and shaking, so leave it or you can take it all the way to the top now. Summer, summer, come turn it up, come turn it up. Yeah, yeah. Hey, hey, hey. Ooh, oh, oh, oh. Summer, 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 every day. Hey, ooh, oh, oh, oh. Summer, 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 every day.
It is summer, every day up in this mother. Well, not yet though, but it's gonna be. Welcome back, y'all. Third and final segment of HoodCast number 347. It ran tonight, baby.
Summer. Every that was a Funk Lab record, wasn't it?
Yep.
I know that Funk Lab sound anywhere I hear. I just went dark. Okay. Hold on a second.
So we are back. It's dark enough. Yo, so before we say anything, y'all, remember, if you would like to get your music or videos and or both played on the HoodCast, please send us your MP3s or MP4 to the HoodCast at gmail.com, and we'll be glad to add them to the rotation.
Yes. Have you talked to the Funk Lab lately?
Not lately, They actually working on a new project now.
All right, we got to get them guys back up here and hear what they got going on. They always so secretive about their shit. Them niggas is worse than Marvel, boy, when they come to locking out. This one fucking hair is driving me crazy. I got to get my person to lock this shit down. This motherfucker's like trying to do, I feel like alfalfa. It's fucking, when the hair is just running them up. That bitch is like.
I see you keep your do up long.
Nah, man, I kept it for about a week, and then I had to let that shit out, bro. I was working out and sweating through it, so I had to take that shit down and wash it.
Yo,
I be trying to use this clean. This
Say
it again.
You new to the game. Shoot,
I bet this shit's
about
been
a
growing.
month. I got long, luscious, long dreads.
Luscious. Well, I really think at this summer, I think I'm gonna shave my head though. Yeah, I'm kind of feeling that.
If you got about another 12 minutes, you can sell your shit. You know that, right?
You can what?
You can sell your shit. Cut it off.
Yeah. Cut it off and sell it to one of your customers that want to have it glued to his.
No, I'm not bullshit. You can sell your dread.
I know. I'm not selling my hair.
Yeah,
I'm not. I just can't have my DNA floating around like that. I ain't with that shit. I don't do that ancestry, that 21andMe. I don't fuck with nothing. Nothing that's gonna get my DNA, bro.
I'm gonna tell you like this, world. If it's not one man on this earth that will like clone himself, I'm like Miles Gideon.
Oh, you want to keep some extra clones just in case?
I love to have something with me because I think me can get along.
You can get along with you?
Yeah, I think I can get along with you.
You be pissed when you come in all the grandma, you ain't gone, ain't no weed. You be like, who smoke all the weed? Was it me?
No, because me, I will be considerate of my other means, and I split it.
Right. You be like, hey, listen, guys, I'm about to go to the dispensary. Who wants an eighth? Say it now, because I don't want you in my shit when I get back. I know all y'all want to smoke, so which one of y'all niggas gonna put in?
Yeah, a bunch of G-Max will be beautiful on this world. It'll make a world
a bunch of G-Max. I don't know. The world ain't bad. The world can barely handle one. I don't know about a bunch of clones running around this motherfucker. It'd be like the Bad Batch. Be out there on missions and shit. Be 5 G-Max, one with a little tech eye and shit running around. Man,
so we gonna get on Prize?
Yo, my man, Prize Michelle, like, dude, the Fugees broke up. Lauren went to jail for taxes. Wyclef tried to run for president of Haiti and got caught up in some money hustle shit himself. And then I thought that was the worst ever. And then I look up and fucking Prize is wrapped up in some international money laundering and some more shit.
Secret agent, man, for real.
I'm like, how does this nigga go from being the worst rapper in a group to sitting down with the FBI?
Yo, I found that video. I had to change the extension of it. You know, see what I'm saying? The format. Though, but world, if you don't know who I'm talking about, especially the younger generation, or if you know who I'm talking about and don't know what we're talking about, I'm finna just play this little clip real quick.
Run the clip.
Run a clip real quick.
Run a clip.
Yeah, on the clip.
Jury deliberations begin today in the conspiracy trial against former Fugees rapper Pras Michel. The 1990s hip hop star is accused of helping a Malaysian businessman gain political influence in the U.S. in exchange for millions of dollars. Closing arguments wrapped last week with lawyers for Michel arguing that he was unaware that he was acting illegally. Bloomberg senior reporter Matthew Campbell joins us now from Singapore with more on this case against Michel. Being unaware, as we already know, is not the strongest defense because an illegal action is an illegal action. You also co-wrote an I was just about to give the rest of your. You co-wrote an investigative piece looking into this case called "The Fuji, the Fugitive, and the FBI." Great title. All right, so let's talk about this case. Remind us how Michel even got involved in this situation.
This is a truly stranger than fiction story, and there are really two buckets of charges. One to do with allegedly illegal election donations to the Obama campaign, and the other to do with what the government says is illegal lobbying during the Trump administration. They both stem from Pras Michel's relationship with Joe Low, this Malaysian financier who has himself been accused of orchestrating a gigantic fraud. So there are these two sets of charges which are very different. What they have in common is this friendship that Pras had with Joe Low, who was kind of a socialite, had lots of celebrity friends around the world, Leonardo DiCaprio, Kim Kardashian. Pras was one of those, and he's landed in very hot water.
Yeah, so what it seems to
That is wild as fuck. Now, you know what? I saw Chuck D tweet about this, and his tweet, I will paraphrase it. It went something like this. They are just showing Pras that you are not allowed as a black man to get involved in this level of high crime. Boy, you better stick to selling crack and hustling on the corner. Stop trying to get in that big money.
Yo, he was making millions.
Yo, they said my man got like $100 million. That's running around here trying to peddle influence. I don't think he didn't get the most popular Fuji. I guess he couldn't get next to Wyclef or Lauren, so he went for the third Fuji.
But
he just got like the G.
Even if he did that, come on, bro, common sense. Uncle Sam, if you're making $1 million, he want to know where you getting that shit from.
You make $100 million, he know where you getting that shit from.
That's the whole thing. You see what I'm saying? I'm like,
I'm just like, bro. I mean,
but hey, he was wrong because I didn't know what the fuck he had going on. I'm like, damn.
I thought he was playing the background scenes of the music industry like everybody else does. I was expecting a radio show, a podcast, some shit. But this, no. I didn't see this coming 100 miles away. My man is, and the crazy part was I read an article, I think, on the Grill where they were saying that 50 was saying that he was a snitch. And he was like, no, 50, he not a snitch. He not an informant. It's even worse. Big Daddy said he was what you say, Big Daddy? Let's put this on the screen here. He was I heard he was connected to Hillary Clinton also. And you heard he was trying to buy NBC. Shut up, nigga.
No, but hey, he was connected to the Obama administration though, but I'm like, damn.
Well, yeah, because he helped funnel money into the campaign. Right. So you notice there's nobody coming out to argue, and no Republicans have latched on to that shit to try to throw some dirt on the Obama administration because, you know, they got enough shit going on in their own party without trying to even try to get one word in edgewise on this shit. But I'm just amazed that this dude Low, like how much influence did he think Pras had? How much, I mean, bro, are you not aware of the music scene here? Just like, this nigga had the least successful solo career out of all the Fugees. I guess Lauren was like, fuck off. Right. Wyclef was like, well, give me the money. I'm running for president of Haiti. Haiti was like, no, nigga. So why did he go to Pras? What kind of, I guess Pras got some game.
I mean, you know, he's still considered a legend, so he can still get into circles that the average people can't get into. Maybe that's
Pras is not considered a legend.
I mean, shit, he was with the Fugees. But guys,
the Score is considered a legendary top 5 album, maybe. But let's look at Pras' contributions to that.
I understand that.
Dude said, Wyclef saved my life.
Right.
That is Wyclef say. How did Wyclef save your life? Type that in there. Tell us, how did Wyclef save your life? Was it the guitar playing or was it the wailing?
Someone please call 911.
911. Well, yeah, I'm just amazed that he would allow himself to get caught up in some shit like that. Oh, his music. He said his music helped me. Well, that's dope, bro. You know what I'm saying? I got some beats, and if you got any more depression, I can help you with that too. But I'm just amazed. I'm just kidding, Big Daddy Charlie. But I'm just amazed that he got himself wrapped up in all this shit. Like, if dude's handing you $100 million to circulate around with, you gotta ask somebody, like, yo, where's this coming from?
$100 million, bro. You need to have the bulk of that shit somewhere where Uncle Sam don't know where the fuck it is. And then you just a little by little. You see what I'm saying? I mean, I heard.
We never had $100. I ain't never had $100 million. I don't know about you. I've never had $100 million. So I don't know.
Shit, I wish I had
and I definitely never got $100 million. Was illegal shit. I don't know how you even clean that. Like, how do you clean $100 million? I'm in the 99%. I don't know how that shit works. That's a whole nother lifestyle for me.
Right. I mean,
if I got $100 million, you would come to my house and I would have the entire electric Mercedes line parked out front. That's how stupid I am. I wouldn't know what to do with it.
Right.
That's not true. But I mean, I would build my community though. I would do that.
You would build your community?
Fuck yeah. I mean, I buy the block, everybody be renting from me, but you know, it would be quality housing. That's what I'm working on. Quality housing, low cost, like it should be for every fucking body. Man, I'm blown away. You heard about the Ravens? Gave old boy the fucking 200-something million. This nigga, the highest NFL player in fucking league in history of the NFL, got like a $200-something million 5-year deal. Oh, crazy. I can't think of this guy's name because I don't watch sports, but it just amazes me how much money we give to athletes, but we don't pay our teachers.
Right.
These motherfuckers raising your kids.
Now, in a certain city in the South that I know very well, their school district is shitty trash. And I know because I know several teachers that teach in that district, the one that's shitty trash. And it's crazy now that it's nothing but a big ass glorified daycare.
But I mean, because the move is towards charter schools.
Right.
So you don't work on discipline when you want the school to go to shit. And you got a school full of but you got a school full of kids coming from household problems. They got all kind of fucking negative influences, but you don't try to correct that. You just want to watch that shit go to the toilet so you can justify giving state funds to privately owned charter schools.
So you can make that money.
I had a real debate with somebody one time before who tried to tell me that all people were not created equal and it was in the Bible. And my response to him was, well, if that's the case, do you think it's fair that kid born ain't committed a crime, ain't done nothing wrong, but he got to go to a substandard school because he ain't rich?
Right.
His parents pay taxes too, but that's how funding goes with schools. It's based on the tax base. So if your area doesn't have a high tax base, you don't get a lot of money into your schools.
Right.
Come from a rich neighborhood. See, out of West Little Rock, there's some schools out there that's public schools, but they're treated like private schools because the parents are so wealthy. Hell, the parents basically run the school.
Yeah,
that's a whole other story. I don't want to get into it, but you know where my kids went to school when we lived there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, where our kids went to school, it's the same school together.
Mm-hmm.
You know what school I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know exactly what school.
Named after a white racist senator.
Oh shit.
But anyway, that school was a public school, but was run like a private school because the parents basically ran the school. I mean, the senator's grandkids, the congressman's daughter, blah, 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 all go to the school. So they pretty much tell the principal what to do. The principal, thank God she got the fuck out of there before they drove her crazy. You know, that school won't have any finance problems. They're going to have the best shit. They're going to have the smart boards and all that, Apple MacBooks and all that kind of shit. Meanwhile, on the other side, east side of town, them kids working off books from the 70s. They're not getting it. Everybody's not getting an iPad assigned to them on the first day of school. They don't got smart boards and shit, you know.
But I'm gonna tell you, just like we was talking about earlier about the flip phone, technology itself is what's making shit. It's a beautiful thing. It's moving fast. Pretty soon, bro. I keep saying VR. That's the next bubble, man. That's the
next shit. Pretty soon we won't even be doing a HoodCast. It'll be two AI characters sitting there talking to y'all.
Shit, I'm already. Hey, y'all, I already got a fucking studio online. VR
Oh,
world. Meta
your Meta
world.
Studio.
Yep.
I'm telling you, I'm about to drop this feature with me and Drake. It's gonna be me and Drake, and I'm gonna have Michael Jackson doing the backgrounds.
Oh shit.
Yeah, but I was talking about Dropbox, how they just let go a bunch of employees, and they flat out said they want to turn their focus towards AI technologies for a lot of their services, and basically they let their staff go because they want to hire new skilled labor. Companies used to train people on new technologies. Now it's like, fuck them people. You ain't up on the new shit. You got to go. I'm gonna hire some kid that I can get for half the price of your old ass, and he knows all that fly new shit.
To train this computer to do what y'all did.
Right, and then the crazy part is you get the kid in there. He don't give a shit about the job. He don't give a shit about the responsibilities of the company. He's not buying into the whole corporate. I mean, when I worked for a web hosting company and we got in, we got this big merge and all this money and whatever the fuck. And they started the company fucking culture of, this is your company just like it's our company. We're all here together. You own stock. Yeah, fuck you, dude. Yeah, it's our company, but for some reason you can fire me, but I can't fire you. I don't understand that shit. But the crazy part was I was one of the original 13 people with that company, and it ballooned. It had 19 servers, and inside of 2 years we had 100 servers. Then we had 150 servers, and staff grew. Then the merger happened. And I walked in the office one day, and the whole section of cubicles were empty. Now, I was a data center manager, so I didn't come into the office that much. I was out, weehawking at a data center. But every now and then I was stopping to the office for meetings and shit. And I noticed that when I come to staff meetings, it was fewer and fewer people sitting at the fucking table. But because I wasn't coming in all the time, it wasn't. You come every day, you notice shit. You come like once every 2 weeks, you're like, I figure somebody quit. But then I noticed whole sections of the floor was empty, like all these empty cubicles. Then I come back 2 weeks later and another section will be empty. It'd be half amount of people. I was like, what the fuck's going on? Like all these people quitting. Like, no, man, they're letting folks go. What they were doing was, one of the companies we had merged with was a company in Florida, and these people were making half our salaries. So they had us training them to do some of the shit that we did overnight so we could have our lives back and not be working 24/7. But in the process of doing that, they were eliminating the people in New York because they made the higher salaries. I say that to say that all you folks that are so excited about remote work and work from home, be careful about that shit. Because once your job can be done remotely, it's some motherfucker somewhere waiting to do that job for half the price.
Mm-hmm.
And he might not even be as good as you. But corporations always look at the bottom line and budget. That's why when you call fucking support for shit nowadays, that motherfucker is not in the same town with you. He might not even be in the same fucking country.
He's not in the same country.
Right. I got a PM I work with on occasionally. She was telling me how she has a team out of India. She's like, yeah, my Indian team is so proficient. They're so good. They're timely, and they don't cost as much as the American team. And I just looked at her like, bitch, I don't care. It got nothing to do with me. Thought about it, though. Because I'm a consultant.
What if you got put in that position?
Of what?
Of choosing a team to do a particular task for a particular contract.
I'm gonna choose the best people. I'm bottom line. I'm gonna choose the best people, but I'm gonna choose the best people right around me. Mainly because, some areas you work in. There's some areas that people work in that they're not gonna have foreign labor for because it's too sensitive. You need to be able to see those people, not just hire it out, farm it out to some motherfucker and be like, oh, let them handle the data. You don't necessarily want to do that. But if I'm CEO of XY Corporation and I'm like, oh, there's a team over in Pakistan that can do this and we can get them to do our coding as opposed to this team in California. Nah, I'm sorry. I'm old school. Like, I'm one of them motherfuckers that, like the men that built America. Corporation in the early days, they gave a fuck about the country. It was a competitive thing. But with globalism, it became about the corporation. They don't see borderlines. They don't see this country, that country. They just see customers and revenue. They don't give a fuck. And barring, since they can't have slavery like they want it, they just go to countries that have fucking shitty labor laws and low wages and hire those folks. The crazy part is though, like I did a thing with I'm not gonna say the company, but it's a home loan company. And when I was there, we go into the cafeteria and there'd be whole sections of folks when nobody was speaking English, like barely. They weren't speaking English. And they were a bunch of H-1 visa motherfuckers from overseas. And it was crazy because when you talk in consultants, you don't really talk about money. You talk about projects, you talk about whatever. But occasionally money comes up, it always does. And kind of find out these cats were making like half the money that the Americans were. And they was cool with that. Because their money was going back home where it went further than it did here.
Right.
Now that I forgot what that regulation that ended like last year with a lot of those visas and shit expired and they couldn't get those people back. And you might not like Trump, but one thing he did do was like, yo, you're gonna have to hire American workers if you're gonna be working these contracts.
That's understandable.
And I mean, be honest, if you pay attention, Joe Biden has been smart enough to pick up on some of Trump's bullshit without all of Trump's bullshit to kind of lean that way. His America First plan, pretty much Trump's same plan. We're going to manufacture, you're going to use steel, it needs to be American steel. It needs to be American workers. We want to create chips here. People are worried that we're going to start this economic war. If you ain't noticed, that shit's going on already. I'm not one of them people screaming and hollering about the dollar's about to decline and we're all going to be living in fucking huts. I don't believe that shit. But I can tell you this. Whatever your skill set is, if it's right here, you better get that motherfucker up here.
Right.
Because
if y'all can't live in hoods, best believe I can. Or be building 3,000 and shit. Cutting with goddamn me blow darts.
Right. You out here like a pygmy and shit, shooting muskrats. Well, I mean, I tell you, when the end of the world comes and shit hits the fan, I'm going to get you and we're going to get Joey. Because I need a motherfucker that can hunt. I need a motherfucker that can shoot. So everybody need a shooter and a hunter. So that's who I got a family and a team that I'm definitely keeping around for when the fucking shit hits the fan. And if you watch the news, though, that shit'll make you crazy. It'll have you thinking like the world's coming to a crash and burn. It's not. It's just turning around. It's changing.
Yo, real talk. You never know what happens you'll never know what happens tomorrow. You really technically don't.
You don't. You may fucking get hit by a train.
Tomorrow, it could be 12 inches of snow outside in the morning I wake up.
And a war going on. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It could be. I don't know. Nobody knows.
That's why you got to live your best life.
Yeah, you can predict, though, but you really don't know what's going on tomorrow.
No, you got to live your best life at all times and don't let nothing and nobody disturb your peace. On that note, let's get to a random statement so we can get out here. We're running over tonight. And I'm gonna go first because my random statement for tonight is peace of mind over everything. Peace of mind over everything. Over money, over relationships, over position, over title, over whatever the fuck you think is important. If you don't have peace of mind, that shit is not sustainable. You gotta have peace of mind.
Peace of mind over everything.
Yep.
All right. So, I got one. Okay. Now, y'all think I'm finna do a fucked up, but I'm not. My son, and I give big ups to my dude, he told me a quote that made so much sense, and he heard it from somebody, and it stuck on me. So I'm gonna say it to y'all because I've been thinking about it the last couple of days. For anything that you're doing, anything that you want to do, anything that you want to be, if you cannot do that for no money, then you really don't want to do it.
Ooh. Let the church say amen. Let the church say amen. If you want to do it for free, you really don't want to do it.
You don't want to do it. You see what I'm saying?
Don't want to do
love, and that's the passion. And I looked and I thought about it and said, son, you sure all right.
If you want to do it for free, that means you really don't want to do it.
Yeah.
That's what for all the cats out there that's trying to do music, if you wouldn't do it for free, then you really don't want to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Motherfuckers slave for decades before they see some money.
Yes, and with technology being the way it is, it's not as easy as it might seem.
Oh, speaking of technology, did you see that? I saw it on LinkedIn. I think I can't think of this artist's name because my phone's dead. I can't look it up, but she's one of these youngest pop artists or whatever, white girl. Not that that's relevant. But everything here is about race because slavery. She put it out there that anybody could use her voice in their AI productions as long as they were splitting 50% with her. She was cool with them doing songs with her voice and AI, as long as they do a 50%. And she said, I want to kill the copyright. I'm like, well then, bitch, what are you talking about? Then they don't have to split 50% with you if you don't give a shit about copyright. What are you talking about?
Shit is going on. They word.
I mean, she won't know shit, bro. Motherfuckers be out here making songs with her unless it becomes a big ass hit. But here's the crazy thing. There are hits around the world that you don't even know about. Like I tell you, I found Coalition music being sold somewhere, and I'm like, oh, no, fuck got my check. I'm like, I'm still trying to recoup for them records.
I mean, women got power, bro.
Hey, women got power, the world got power, but what I'm saying is to say some shit like, yeah, I want to break copyright. You can use my voice if you want to, as long as we get 50. I'm like, that don't make sense. You said you want to break copyright, but you want 50%. Like, you don't got no copyright, you ain't getting shit.
Right.
Well, we'll see how that works out. In the meantime, thank you for joining us. This has been HoodCast 3 what?
47. We did
47.
We did it rant. Yeah,
this has been the rant episode. Yep. Jan, we miss you. We hope you get back to us. And we gotta talk about Kokomo, bro. I talked to him. We gotta figure this out. Boy, that face wasn't a very positive, affirmative response, but
everybody have a hood day.
Have a hood day.
Have a hood day.
HoodTech presents the HoodCast. HoodTech presents the HoodCast.